All right, fellas, if you're in your late 20s and you look around at your peers, you will realize that 99% of men have already given up without even realizing it. And not just physically, but mentally as well. They've settled. They're drifting through life, coasting, going to their job, and honestly just being comfortable being mildly uncomfortable. They tell themselves they don't have the time, work gets in the way, or they're just getting too old. But they're so wrong. It's true, you might not have the time of a teenager, but you have something much better. You have money, resources, and structure. And with the right system in place, you can expedite this process of building a jacked physique. Not only are you going to have a physique that looks impressive, but it's going to change the way others perceive you and the way you perceive yourself, and every other challenge in your life will become effortless. The truth is, if you're in your late 20s, this is the beginning of your prime, not the end of your life. This is how you build a top 1% physique fast in your late 20s or early 30s. First thing we're breaking down is the routine you're going to be doing. I recommend training 3 to 4 times a week. In this video, I'm going to go over the best 4-time-a-week split, in my opinion, to build a lean, powerful, but aesthetic physique. We not only want to look good, we want to be strong, we want to feel good daily, but we want to have that aesthetic. We want to have wide V taper, big chest, developed arms. We want to look good in clothes and without them, of course. First thing we need to do is prioritize side delts, upper chest, back width and thickness, get some strong developed legs, but we're not trying to be bodybuilders. And the way we're going to do this is by doing this upper-lower variation split. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what exercises to focus on. Although it's not imperative you focus on these exercises, it's a good foundation to start from. So day one is going to be a full upper body day. This is going to be push focus, so you're going to be doing some type of incline press, you're going to be doing weighted dips, you're going to be doing pull-ups, you're going to do an upper back row, and you're also going to be doing your shoulders. So you're going to do lateral raises, a shoulder press of some kind, and a rear delt fly. At the end, you're going to be doing a arm superset. So you're going to do 2 exercises for biceps and 2 exercises for triceps, but you're going to be supersetting those. So you'll do a bicep exercise first, then a tricep exercise, and that is 1 set. And you're going to do that for 2 exercises. This way you can get in and out of the gym quickly, efficiently, 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour, and you only have to do this 4 times a week. So this time investment is about 4 hours a week to get in the best shape of your life. Day 2 is going to be a lower body day. On this day, we are doing mostly quads. So it's pretty simple. Start out with some calf raises of any kind. Then we go into leg extensions and hamstring curls, some type of squatting movement, hack squat, pendulum squat, Smith machine squat, some type of leg press, and an adductor machine. This way we're hitting all the parts of our legs. We're building a balanced physique without any weak points. And again, we're getting in and out of the gym quickly, and this is what this is all about. Then you are going to rest, and then your next workout is going to be a modified upper body day. So it's going to be chest, back, and delts. Very similar to the last day we just did without arms, except you're just going to be picking different variations of the same movement pattern. So, for example, let's say you did a wide grip pull-up on day 1, you're going to do a neutral grip pull-up instead. If you did incline Smith machine bench, you're going to be doing a dumbbell incline bench. Same movement pattern, just a different way to execute it. This way we can get skilled at multiple different movements and get stronger at many different things over time and just create a more balanced physique. So literally just do the exact same thing you did for your first upper body day for chest, back, and delts, and do that on the second day, but start off with a pull-up variation. So we're going to start with our back. Next workout the day after is hamstrings and arms. This is one of my favorite days, and I think this is perfect because a lot of guys, especially when they're doing upper lower or push-pull legs, their arms end up just getting tagged on the end of their workouts, and they end up having kind of small arms, and it's one of the most masculine things you can have is some big veiny arms, and it just really completes a physique. So pretty simple. Do a arm superset like we did on the last day, except we're going to do 3 exercises this time. So 3 different curl variations, 3 different tricep variations, and then we're going to quickly do some hamstrings. So we're going to do calves, hamstring curl, and a heavy RDL. That way we're building strength and power, and overall just building a more robust, dense physique. The goal when we're training is to use progressive overload. We do want to be improving in some metric every single week. However, it's never to just chase numbers at the expense of form or fatigue. We want to go into the gym with a purpose. Our goal is to get stronger and build muscle. That means we want to put tension on the right places and not just move weight from A to B with our ego. In the long run, this is just going to get you injured, hold you back, and you're going to make less progress. And in terms of sets, do anywhere from 2 to 3 sets. If an exercise is really demanding, like an RDL or squat, do 2 working sets. If it's a less demanding exercise like a dumbbell lateral raise or a curl, do 3 sets. Rep ranges, kind of whatever floats your boat. You can go from anywhere from 6 to 20. It's really whatever you enjoy. That's going to keep you consistent, and that's going to keep you showing up. Before we talk about diet, this is one of the most important things you need to do if you want to see substantial long-term progress, not only in the gym with your body, but also just in your life. You need to change your environment. Your lifestyle and environment must match what your goal is. If you're constantly around people drinking beers, partying, eating crappy food, you're going to end up doing just the same. This transformation for your body is also an identity shift. You're becoming the man you know you're capable of, and that means you need to change your habits and your surroundings. In the beginning, you might be alone for a little bit, but you'll end up, as you start making more progress, you'll start attracting people just like you because you're giving off the same energy. What you realize is when you actually make this transformation, you're gonna see how easy it is to become that top 1% of men, and you're gonna wanna surround yourself with similar guys who are either ahead of you or on the same path, because that's going to level up you also. A rising tide raises all ships. Okay, now we're talking about diet. Diet is super simple. I'm going to break it down for you in a framework so you can apply it to your own life, your own preferences, and it's just going to be much more shorter and concise. Basically, you want to eat anywhere from 3 to 5 times a day. This is on your preference. You could eat twice a day, but it's going to be very difficult to get the amount of protein you need. Basically, what you want to be eating is a lean source of nutrient-dense protein every single meal. So you want to be getting around 40 to 50 grams of protein per meal. How are you going to get that? Okay, eggs, extra lean ground beef, steak, salmon. You can use chicken breast, but there is less nutrients in chicken breast. So literally just make sure, no matter where you are, if you're cooking at home, if you're eating out, it has one of those sources of protein. You're going to have some carbs with this meal. So you're either going to have rice, potatoes, sourdough bread, oatmeal. It doesn't matter that much. You just want it from whole food sources, and you want to have it roughly about the same in terms of your portion size. Next, add a little fruit to each meal. Tastes good, good for digestion, also stops a lot of cravings for sugar. And then lastly, veggies, you can have as many as you want. If you follow this framework, there's no way you're not going to build muscle. You're going to be eating enough protein. You're going to get enough nutrients from your diet. And most likely, you're going to be able to pull off fat and build muscle at the same time, because that's going to put you around the average maintenance calories for most guys. As I said earlier, you have the resources to leverage to make this process a lot easier. So if you're working long hours or you're on the move, you either need to invest in a meal prep service. Yes, it's going to cost more money, but you're investing in yourself, which is literally the best investment possible. Invest in a meal prep service so you have your meals pre-made. You don't have to spend time cooking, or find local places that are healthy, that show their macros online. Literally just search whatever the restaurant or food place is called and then write nutritional info, and they'll let you know if they have the macros. And that way you know exactly what you're eating every single time. And you don't have to cook food yourself, because cooking can take a lot of time, even with this meal structure. If you're investing $10 to $20 a day in yourself, and in 6 months you're going to completely level up and change who you are and your potential to earn income just because you have better opportunities because of the way you look and the way you present yourself, it is definitely worth it. Following that, you need to be tracking your macros. Track them for 6 months to 1 year. After that, you will be competent enough to know what kind of food is going on your body, and you don't actually need to track them that much. But honestly, what I would recommend is just eating the same thing every single day, meals that you enjoy, that taste good, that also fit this meal structure. Keep repeating those, and you will know just by looking at meals, if you're at a restaurant, on a date, at a family dinner, what's going in your body. You're going to know how many calories you're eating, how much protein, carbs, and fats, and then you never have to do it again. But you need to go through the period of learning. It probably takes you an extra 4 minutes a day to track your food. It's not a big deal. You need a $10 scale from Walmart. It's not an excuse to not know what's going in your body. But now that you're in your late 20s, how you look matters even more. You can stand out so easily, and I highly recommend never getting above 15-16% body fat. You don't need to go any higher, do these crazy bulking phases. Not only are you just wasting money on food, but you're just going to feel terrible on a daily basis. You're going to be sluggish. You have other things you need to accomplish in a day, and being fat and feeling tired and lethargic is not worth it at all. Stay lean year round. Get to 10% body fat once, get shredded, and then start lean bulking from there up to 15%. This will drastically improve your quality of life, your opportunities with dating, business, whatever. People are going to treat you different. It's just reality. And this is probably one of the biggest things that you will notice once you finally get in shape. By 25 to 30, 99% of guys have given up. They let themselves go and they just settle for average. Don't be that guy. Lock in for 6 to 18 months. Walk into any room and be respective, have status, garner attention, and be the best version of yourself. And not only that, be healthy. If you guys want to expedite this process, click the link down below. You can book a free one-on-one call with me. This is what I specialize in. I get guys in the best shape of their life and help them build the foundation of success for all areas.